Remove the wheel, use a 7/8 socket or a 22mm socket. Take the lug nuts off. And take the wheel off. There's push pins, take these out. There might be one right there and there's one right here. Take this one out. Just use a trim tool, remove the center part and pull it out. Underneath, take this shield out, use an 8mm socket and take these screws out. Now we're going to take these two bolts out, use a 15mm socket. And take this panel down first, and take this last one out, 8mm. And grab this shield and slide it down. Now take a 15mm wrench and put it on the nut and a 15mm socket. Take this bolt out. Remove the speed sensor, just take an 8mm socket, take this bolt out. Now grab the sensor and just slide it out. Now remove this wiring harness right here, just use a trim tool for the speed sensor. Pop that out. There's another retainer over here. And one more right here. Take a 32mm socket and take this axle nut off. I'm just going to turn the wheel to the side so we can access the back side right here. Just to separate the ball joint from the knuckle, just take a pry bar or a screwdriver and just hammer it in right here, just to separate it a little bit, not too much. That should be good. You can take a dead blow hammer and see if you can tap on the lower control arm. Try to separate that ball joint. I'm also going to try using a punch. And just try tapping right next to the ball joint, downwards. You could try using a pickle fork here, but if you're trying to prevent from ripping the ball joint, that's not the best tool to use. This works better. There you go. Take a pry bar. And there we go. Slide the knuckle to the side. Now you can push the CV shaft out over here. And just slide that out right there. Just like that. Now I'm going to take a pry bar and just slide it underneath the drive shaft right here, or the CV shaft, and just try to pry it out. And just pop it just like that. Now you can just grab the CV shaft and slide it out. And if you're doing the driver's side one, you're going to want to put a drain bucket because you might have some transmission fluid come out while you take the CV shaft out. If your vehicle has this dust seal, you can just slide this off and either replace it, get a new one, or transfer it over to your new CV shaft. Take the new CV shaft and line it up. You might have to twist it a little bit and push it in till it locks in place. You might hear a click, and then just try to grab it and see if it pulls out, and it should be locked in place. Now slide the outside into the knuckle and through the hub. And put the nut on. I'm just gonna snug this up first. Now you can use a pry bar to prevent the hub from spinning. and torque this nut to 111 foot-pounds. Now grab the ball joint and line it up with the knuckle. Just be careful. Just give it a little tap. Not too hard. Slide that in, put the nut on the back. Now torque this bolt to 37 foot-pounds and then an additional 30 degrees. If you don't have a torque angle meter, do the best you can. And take the wheel speed sensor and just put it in the same location where the retainers were. Push them in and slide it into the knuckle. Install the bolt. Snug it down. Not too tight, just snug. Install this cover. Get all the bolts started and tighten them down. And take this cover right here, line it up, put the bolts in, and snug those bolts down. Put the push pins in. There we go. And if you have another one in there, put that one in. Install the wheel. Put the lug nuts on. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 111 foot-pounds in a star pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. I'll just go around again, double check. After you've done this job, you want to keep in mind that you should bring the vehicle to a local garage and have it aligned so that you don't have premature tire wear.